appears as though my recording for today was deleted. It's funny, I haven't been on here in a while, and then I make a recording and then it's gone. Funny how things work, aren't they? I won't go over what I was just talking about. Maybe I can come up with another stream, but I guess I'm curious as to what people have in their minds when they look at what's going on Earth and say, like, this is destructive, we're parasites, everybody's a parasite, everybody's stupid or suffering or violent or whatever. So I want to leave. I want to figure out how to get out of here or something, or like I'm only going to care about myself now because everything's fucked or whatever. I don't know. For the people I've talked to who want to leave, a variant of the questions and inquiries I've posed is that it's like, okay, well, you want to leave, where do you want to go? You want to, I mean, presumably there's some other planet or galaxies or set of planets and galaxies that have it all figured out already, or that are already been through this stage, and maybe we can just mooch off of their wisdom or something, right? Like who creates something like that? There had to have been, I mean, for there to be a planet like that, one might presume that there were a set of beings who were able to adapt what they understood of how beings should interact, probably from coming through this same thing and learning from experience and seeing how it doesn't work or what not to do or what doesn't fit into their ethical guidelines or whatever. So how do beings like that create themselves? Like, where do they come from? They come from this, right? Maybe. I mean, they come from something like this, at least. Those are the beings who have been able to look around and see what they don't like and not get so angry about it, or not get into defeat mode about it, I guess. So I am thinking that if we really want to inhabit a space like that it's like we got to approach this in a different way. And I'm not really saying that I have the ways. I mean, I've talked about this every once in a while, I think. But like, we are not approaching this appropriately. I think there are a lot of people on Earth actually who are approaching this in effective ways. The thing is that, like, even one person who, I don't know, like Tesla or something, one person who has this awesome idea and has a way to implement it and has ways that it'll impact everything awesomely in all of this, it's not just up to that person. There's, I mean, I guess the systemized civilization is such that there are a lot of doors that it needs to pass through to really become mainstream, not just a mainstream idea, but like a mainstream implementation. And so it really does take all of us. And so what I've been tripping about, that I've kind of started to figure out, is like, okay, so what do I do about it? I was getting pretty serious into economics, getting pretty serious into public policy stuff. Thinking that that's the way. And I really think it's something a lot more subtle than that. It's a whole, there needs to be a whole like perception change, perception shift that we haven't seen thoroughly yet. I mean, and it comes along with ancient techniques, ancient wisdoms, like in different forms of meditation and yoga and martial arts and stuff. I think that's a lot of stuff that could be implemented in a place where we already have for now at least, have some resources to tap into, and we don't have to worry about food so much. We don't have to worry about a living structure so much. We don't have to worry about transportation so much. That where we here in America are at a really nice place to be able to integrate some ancient stuff and really just explode in the magical realm. And that I was talking to someone about this recently, how all of this new agey stuff about manifesting and about like how powerful your thoughts are, and how like kind of self-help Western wisdom, that is very I mean, it's very naive in a lot of ways for other parts of the world or other situations that don't, I mean, it's not for like people who grew up in the suburbs and have a lot of money to do whatever with, and you don't have a lot of external issues, but that is really, really true, that in given a controlled circumstance, a controlled environment like a lot of people have here, that your thoughts are really powerful because you don't have a lot standing in your way. You don't have to worry about, whether or not you're going to eat, or whether or not someone's going to come in and kill your family, or, I mean, you don't really have to worry about it. So, and we haven't had to worry about whether or not someone's going to come, like, occupy our country or something and, like, kill our population. I mean, you can make arguments for, like, GMO eugenics kind of stuff, but really, like, we have a lot of power here, at least in our immediate sphere, to really make use of these magical Western occult wisdom stuff. I forgot what I was talking about, sort of. But then it's kind of our responsibility to use that magic and really make some serious shifts in the world. And that if we take our comfort for granted, then we just end up being those people that everybody hates, right? And the people that we hate ourselves when we don't do anything with the blessings we've been given. I don't know. That's my thought on new agey shit, I guess. Someone made the point to me. This is the last thing I'll say. This is a really long video. Someone made a point to me about how we were talking about new agey stuff, and he was saying like I'm pretty sure people, like little kids in Africa who are being raided by rebel soldiers and having their family raped and not being able to get any food and aren't being allowed to survive. It's not that they're not thinking about it, like it's not that they can think about it and continue pushing forward. And so it's like it's not just thoughts, and that we need to get out of that mindset that like, oh, the whole world is unhappy because they're not concentrating on being happy or whatever. They're so wrapped up in all the illusions of the world. Like it is an illusion, but it's not a fucking illusion. Like someone's occupying your country. They're actually occupying your country, Like someone's stealing, cutting off your food and water sources. Like that's actually happening, right? So, I mean, with the mental clarity and being in that situation and coming to a place where you can be happy and stable, even in your environment, then you can start making appropriate actions and gathering people who feel the same way, like the revolts that we're seeing right now. That like I have all this power, and like I have all this power to creatively express myself and change the world, and there's this structure standing in my way, so I'm going to destroy it, right? Do we need to do that here? I don't know. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, Happy Independence Day.